Welcome to Zone 6 Picks, your go-to source for daily sports betting predictions, expert insights, and free picks across the biggest games in the NBA, WNBA, NFL, NCAA, and more. We specialize in delivering accurate, research-backed betting content with no subscriptions, no hidden fees, just straightforward betting advice you can trust. Before we begin, a quick shout-out from my partner Zone 6.
What's up, family? Thanks for tapping in with Zone 6 Picks, where we drop game picks every single day. Straight free picks, no pay for play. If you like winning, this is the zone you need to be in, Zone 6. Just show the channel some love, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so you don't never miss a money play. Let's eat.
We've got a Friday night East Coast clash that's setting up to be a close one. The Atlanta Dream heads to Indiana to take on the Fever, and the books got Indiana sitting as minus 1.5-point home favorites. Now don't let that line fool you. This game is far from a lock either way. Atlanta may have won the last meeting in dominant fashion, blowing Indiana out 77-58 back in June. But let's not forget Caitlin Clark didn't suit up for that one. This time around, she's in the mix and playing in front of that fired-up Fever home crowd. Indiana's coming off back-to-back losses. Yeah, but before that, they were on a roll and even pulled out the Commissioner's Cup. They're still hovering around 500, but the energy and expectations are high with Clark. Boston and Mitchell all active and healthy. The real concern for the Fever is offense. They've been inconsistent, especially shooting-wise. In their last two games, they failed to break 70, which won't cut it against a team like Atlanta. Now Atlanta's sitting at 12-7 on the season, and while they've picked up a couple solid wins, lately like that 90-81 dub over Golden State, the Dream have also had some shaky stretches. They're 2-3 over their last 5, and they've been vulnerable on the road, where they're playing 500 ball. Still, when Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard get going, this team can score with anybody, but here's where things start to lean Indiana's way. The Dream are walking into a hostile environment against a team that's rested, focused, and dangerous at home. The Fever's defense is still top tier, especially against the 3, and if Clark finds any rhythm early, it could spell trouble for Atlanta's perimeter game. After the Fever's loss to the Valkyries at home, Caitlin Clark, in her post-conference interview, stated, "Nobody played well today." That statement is sure to fire this hungry team up. Fatigue is also in play. Atlanta's coming off a high-tempo battle with Golden State, while Indiana's had time to regroup. Add in the revenge factor from that 19-point loss earlier this season, and this sets up as a perfect bounce-back spot for the Fever. So here's the Zone 6 pick for tonight. We're rolling with Indiana minus 1.5 to cover the spread at home. It might come down to the final few possessions, but I expect Clark and company to make enough plays late to get it done. Projected final score, Indiana 86, Atlanta 83. Now let's slide to the west side for this nightcap game taking place in Seattle with another WNBA breakdown. And tonight we've got the Connecticut Sun heading out west to face the Seattle Storm. The spread, a wild one. Seattle is laying a heavy minus 18.5 points at home. Now I know what you're thinking. Almost a 20-point spread. That's no small number. But when you look at the matchup, the trends, and the motivation, it actually makes a lot of sense. Let's start with Seattle. The Storm are coming off a surprising loss just 2 days ago. Yep, to this very same Connecticut team. They let Tina Charles drop 29 on them in a 93-83 loss. But that game was on the road, and now they're back home, where they've been much more dominant, winning 6 of their last 9. Skylar Diggins, Nneka Ogwumike, Gabby Williams, they've got the firepower and experience. They're also getting a boost from newly signed vet Tiffany Mitchell, who adds depth to their backcourt. This squad knows how to bounce back, and after getting humbled on the road, they'll be out to send a message. Now let's talk about the Sun. Yeah, they got the win on Wednesday, but let's not act like that changed the narrative. They're still just 3-16 on the season and 0-9 on the road. That's right, winless away from home. They've been giving up nearly 88 points per game and scoring just over 72. That's a 16-point gap every night, and it lines up exactly with the current spread. Tina Charles can still hoop, no doubt, but she's getting very little support. Marina Mabrey is still out, the bench is paper thin, and this team simply doesn't have the legs or depth to hang with the Storm in Seattle for 4 full quarters. This one's about 2 things, revenge and home court dominance. Seattle just got caught slipping, and now they've got the blueprint to shut it down. They'll tighten the defense, own the glass, and push the pace against a worn-out, short-handed Connecticut squad. I expect a fast start and a pull away by the 3rd quarter. Zone 6 pick of the day, we're laying the chalk. Seattle Storm minus 18.5. Yeah, it's a big number, but it's justified. I've got Seattle bouncing back and winning by at least 20. Projected final score: Seattle 94, Connecticut 70. Now for the recap. Tonight, we're riding with Indiana minus 1.5 to take care of business at home against the Dream in what should be a gritty East showdown. Then we're heading out west, backing the Seattle Storm minus 18.5 to bounce back and dominate the short-handed Sun after dropping one in Connecticut. Two strong spots, two confident plays. Let's run it up and cash out with Zone 6 picks. Yo, appreciate you tapping in with Zone 6 picks. Real recognize real. If you got value from this drop, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring that bell so you never miss a money play. Thank you for watching. We locked in daily. Straight dubs only. Catch you in the next one.